Hello everyone, Crab is here with a new video about how to add contents in MegaMan Maker Part 2. Last part we did showcase, or I did showcase how to add tiles, background, animated tiles and animated backgrounds and moving backgrounds, and showed you how to add music category and how to add music. And today's part I'll show you or demonstrate how to add categories for tiles and background, and after you learn that, you'll know how to add categories for contents like gimmicks, bosses and enemies. It all apply to each other, and I'll show you how to add bosses and how to add enemies, how to add gimmicks. They also all apply with the same concept for bosses, gimmicks and enemies, because they all depend on specific code of how they behave. But like this, the bosses is the same, just some differences here and there. So let's see. And also forgot, I will show you how to add decorations, like how the drop and pit shadows are there. They are kinda like decorations, and I'll show you how to add more of them, but it has some limits, but you will see soon. Alright, we are here on the Undertale mod tool, and firstly we are gonna show you how to add categories for tiles and backgrounds. I already added my stuff for these, like I added 2 Bluetooth tiles and 1 Bluetooth background. Already added their thumbnails and already copied their numbers in Discord so I can save them. All I gotta do is go for init, just type init, go to code, and then init category tiles, and yeah, I already added 2 numbers. The max option was 861. I already added 2, which makes it 863. Now go to the last tile I added. I go to the last tile I added. It's not like way down, it's like in the middle. Like when you see the MegaMan 11 tiles, you'll know that the tiles list is near ending. Yeah, I already added their description and name and code, but I just didn't add their numbers. Yeah, like here, starting from here, we make this 800. Alright, since we are now ready with codes. Oh, I forgot to add the sprite numbers for the blue tiles. Let's add them real quick. Alright, 5188 for blue tile 1, suppose, and this will be 89. And yeah, now we're good. Now we go and add 2. We're gonna add a category first for these. Alright, I already added an extra category for my tiles, for the tiles section. I will add another. I'll just copy this, make this 16 since they are in order, and go up a bit and you'll see tile selected category max. That's literally the max options for the categories. Just make this 16 like this and you'll be good. Now we scroll way down till we reach this. Like you can see here, category tile max 15 less than 0, and fill SS category tiles, and also between brackets 15 less than 0. This literally just says that this is just category number 15. If you copy this and make another space here and make this 16 and make this 16, that means that we already added the category. Now to add the contents in it, we just copy this course add a bracket here, comma here, and now we make this 862. Copy this, comma here, copy this here, 63, and we are basically done. Yeah, it's gonna be added, but oh yeah, I forgot to change the name here. MegaMan V. Yeah, now it's done. But when you go to the when you save it like that and go for and open the game, you'll see that the tile icon or the category icon for the new category we added is 16 and not with a real sprite for the icon. So all we gotta go do is go type menu, go to code, and then you go next to the category menu info, global script category menu info. Now here where you can change the thumbnail or add an change the thumbnail of the icon. Like here is the case for tiles, is the category the categories for the tiles, and here we have the case 12 which is spikes, and case 11 which is letters, 14 for blaze, 13 for water, and 15 is the one I added, which one is for extras, and I added with a star just to differentiate it with the other tiles. And now since we are gonna add a new category which is for MegaMan V, I'll just copy the case 15 here, at case 16 since the last category number we added was 16, and call this V. Yeah, just make it V. Like that it will change the thumbnail for the icon to V literally, and that's about it. Sadly you cannot add custom icons or thumbnails for these categories icons. For whatever reason it is, it just gives errors, and sadly you can't even add thumbnail icons for the music categories. It only works for the tiles, enemies, and other stuff, but not for music. So all you gotta do is just add any letter you want, and it will change. Alright, now for the backgrounds. Same concept actually, but all you gotta do is just go to init, category backgrounds, add a new content, 520. Alright, scroll way down this time, since there are no other things aside from just backgrounds, like there are no spikes, no water, and no other things for the background categories, only backgrounds. So now all we gotta do is make a new option, copy this from background to the option description. Now make this 520 and 520. Now make the let's just change the sprite number, which was 5190. Right, make this Pluto background, or Pluto BG. Make this fences for now. Yeah. Now we go to yeah, background selected category max. Makes this 11. Sorry, my bad. Copy this and makes this also 11. Alright. Now call this MegaMan V. Now we scroll way down. Copy this. Yeah. Makes this 11. And makes this 11. Copy this. Makes this 520 for the number of the content we just added. Now close this with a squared bracket. Wait, a category. Oh yeah, we just need to add a bracket here. Yep. Now it's finished. Now we go to menu, type menu. Yeah, category menu info. Now we go to the background options. Yeah, and you see there are no other cases in there. Just copy this. Yeah, switch I and then case. Yeah, here, like right under the background, select the category I plus this script. Paste it here, makes this 11 and makes this V, and then break. Add here. Yeah, just copy this break, make it here. Now it's saved, and now we can save and see. Alright, now we're MegaMaker, or the mod, we're modding. And as you can see, when you go to tiles, you'll see a new options, which is called MegaMan V with the icon V. Since we added, we just typed V in the menu info for this category, and it showed as V. And as you can see, we added the tiles. Blue tile, meow, just ignore the description, and blue tile 2 fur. Yep, and they work just fine. And yes, these are not NES color friendly. I decided just to change the color palette for my mod. So these do be looking like, well, they look decent. That's the first. And they are not just NES colored, so they can look much prettier. And for the background, it's added as well. Yep. All good. And yes, yeah, and as I said before, you cannot change the icon thumbnail for the music category you add. It's weird, but it is how it is. Now, unfortunate news, I just discovered now that we cannot still add bosses. Like in this version only. We can in 1.6, I already did it before, but in this version, since it's not fully supporting GMS or GameMaker Studio 2 or 3.0, I guess, or the newest version of GameMaker Studio yet, we can sadly still add bosses. Yeah, like if we go to any category bosses here, if we just wait for it to compile. If we just added one singular option for the category for the bosses here, and just made it 48, just clicked outside, it will simply say compiler error. Why is that? Because it says here that the function here, the compilation function, is not currently supported here yet. So maybe in another update of the Undertale mod tool we will hopefully be able to add more bosses, but for now we can't. Luckily we can still add gimmicks, and for a gimmick example we can add, I chose a foreground tile gimmick. You know, just some decoration or decorated tiles that only appear in front of you. Yeah, like if like you are behind these, like you are behind these fences or the tile. Alright, I already added the foreground tiles. Yeah, there are two. foreground tile and foreground tile alt. That one is transparent, so like you can see behind that fence where is MegaMan. Alright, so if we go to scripts here and go to repack assets, and now we go and import gml .csx. Wait for it to open. Right, go to coding. It will ask for a folder that has scripts or codes, so it can be imported. And since they are here in foreground tiles folder, you can just select that folder, and here it will ask you to if you want to automatically attempt to import all of these codes in that folder, and I will just say yes. And stop importing on errors. That asks if you want or to continue that, if continue importing these codes if you are sure that there are no errors. If you are not sure, then say no and just add them automatically and see if, yourself if they work or not. If you are sure, then just go ahead and say yes. Now here, since I didn't add an object called foreground tiles, it will just automatically add it for you, since the names, like here for example, let's see, coding, the names here in that format, they are all called obj foreground tiles in the exact same format. Like here, obj starts with smaller o, and the rest start with capitalized F for 4 and ground for G and T for tiles. You don't need to always make them capitalized, but it depends on how you name the object. So like if they are all in smaller caps, make them all in smaller caps, and they are all in capitalized caps, make them all capitalized. Anyways, let's just say yes, I want the object to be in, and I'll just say yes. All successfully imported. And now if you go to the game objects and go to the foreground tiles, you'll see that all of the events, so like if you just added an object, new object, you'll see that these are all not in the create events and all of that. Since these are the codes that I just added, they'll just automatically be added since I added them automatically. Automatically with this with the object name. Yeah, as you can see here, name obj foreground tiles, and all of them are imported because of that. And the object is 910. Right, now we need the sprites first. Yes, that's the standard and the main sprite of the gimmick. And now the fun thing here to learn. If we went to game objects and search for BART or PRT and choose the PRT gimmick, then it will identify that this will be a gimmick. I'm not sure about the gimmick one because there are some various gimmicks in the gimmick categories that don't have the gimmick part or parent, and most of them have the moving platform jump through or just simply moving platform solid, but they can be gimmick too sometimes. Well, it depends, but if you experience with that a lot, you will know. And now, since it is mostly ready and already saves the object name in Discord, can just go to init, open code, go to init gimmicks. Now we add another option here for the max option, make it 133. Now for an interesting part here, since the gimmick I want to be like have options, yeah, like since I made another skin for that gimmick which is transparent, I will go ahead and take the coding for this one. Wait, yeah, start from the sprite here. As you can see, there are color max and option color and color sprites. These are basically the skins. So like if we scroll just a bit down just to make it more convenient to add that, yeah, since I added the lava as the last thing here, actually I can just copy the lava one since it has color options too. Now can name this foreground tile, and just anything here, a tile you can go behind. Alright, so option change color, 1 equal yes, 0 equal no. But like if you don't want it, if you don't want actually to make it have skins, just don't add these. Yeah, don't add the change color option and color max option and the color sprite option. Don't add these. wait, I kinda messed up with something here, so wait, let me fix. Yeah, here. Copy this, add it here. Alright, now we're good. Now we just make the object here to be 910, since it was 910. Yeah, like if we go to the server of First Impact here, yeah, it says object gravering, but that was previously for the boss that I wanted to add. I unfortunately couldn't add, but I added another object, which is the foreground tiles, which still have the same number, so it's literally the same. Yeah. And for the mask, option mask here is the collision. So like is the collision sprite number, which is this number. If we go to the other data line, went to and type MSK and went to sprites, you'll see a lot of collision masks in here. So like mask builder 16 by 16, 16 by 32, 16 by 48, and a lot of these. Since I want the 16 by 16 mask sprite, which is the same number here, we'll just leave it like that. Alright, the last option we made was 133. Alright, so make it like that. Under 33. Wait. Yeah. 133. Yeah. Now, all of the number codes are set properly, except for the sprite number. Sprite number, I believe, was wait, let me check real quick and edit them. We make the standard sprite here to be 5201. Yes. And here in the color max option, we make this 1. If there are more than just 2 of them, we like, if there are 3 color options, makes this 2. Yeah, makes this 2. Because here it counts from 0, it takes 0 as 1 and 1 as 2. Yeah, as you can see here. The color sprite, which is the standard one, which is basically this. We just make it the main one, and the transparent one will be the second one. Now here's the option color. You see, when you add anything with skins, like if it has a color option, there are colors, specific colors that appear as option above the object you're adding in the level editor, and it has specific colors, and you choose the specific colors from here, the option color here. Let's see the exact colors that I want. But first, since I know that the color option for the first one will be black, I will just make all of these zeros. And let's open the sprites I want. Yeah, this specific color. We know the exact codes for the make color RGB one by checking, like if you went to piskel.com or piskelapp.com here and go went to the sprite, open the sprite you want and went to the manage this palette and choose this color as the exact color you want. I want this color, for example, and you'll see here's the RGB colors, their numbers here. The red one is 242. So just copy this and just add it here and add it here. Now it's all done. Yeah, wait, I messed up with this one. Alright, now we can add the content we just added, which is the foreground tile, to the general category. Simply just copy this, add it here, make this 33, make this 20, and it's all done. I forgot to mention something important real quick. I indeed added the gimmick and it's working, you'll see soon now, but I forgot to add something. The colors, the global colors gimmicks, that enables the gimmick that you're adding to make it have options in the first place. So like you see that I added the code for the foreground tiles to be 133. We can just ditch that in here, 133, and it will be working. And how do you even add the codes in the first place? Like, yeah, you can add it in here, but there's supposed to be a script that enables it to the gimmick itself. Yeah, like go to the foreground tiles, go to the codes, and you'll see here the object of foreground tiles alarm 0. That enables it. The format is like this. You simply add switch call, that's for color, add a bracket, and then you add your stuff in here. Case 0 sprite index, sprite underscore index equals sprite foreground tile. Wait, this is supposed to be foreground only, no, not foreground tile 1. Yeah, that adds specific sprites you want to. So like case 0, which will be the first option and the primary one, it will be sprite foreground tile 1, the one with the one that is not transparent, and the case 1 will be the second option, will be it will be the transparent one. And then you can add the default one, which will be the foreground tile 1, the one that is not transparent, and then you add break and in the bracket in here, and it will work. But also you go before you add that, you also go to the create event and add call equals 0 and alarm in brackets in 0 in brackets equal 1. That will enable it, and of course you add the event inherited brackets 1. All of that is important to note, because like that you can add any skins or options to any literal gimmick or even enemies. Yeah, it's that simple. And also for gimmicks, if you want like to enable say for example you want an existing gimmick to have more skins, then just add it to the color option in the init category, add its object number, and it will be good to go. And of course add the alarm script to it, to the gimmick you want, and add the call equals 0 and alarm equals 0 equal 1 in the create event, and that's it. Alright, we are in the game, and let's see how the gimmicks works now. As you can see, it's working. Yeah, it's there. It has the color options. One that is not transparent and one is that is. And I made a small example here, just show it. All working properly. Now for enemies, they are basically the same concept as adding gimmicks. They also are the same concept as adding bosses, but since we are not gonna showcase how to add bosses because of the problem, we are limited to enemies for now. At least about adding enemies. You can replace bosses as much as you want. Anyways, for enemies, you just set some specific frames or sprites. Like here, the flea enemy I already added, and it's already in the game. But let me showcase how this works. SPR flea is a base sprite for the flea enemy. It's where it's sitting, and SPR flea jump is where it's gonna jump. And for also for the sizes and the specific alignments, we'll leave a dog that can elaborate how to properly add the sizes for all of your sprites if you want to. I'll leave it in the description. Anyways, after you are done with the sprites and all, you of course save them. You save the base sprite, not the jumping sprite. You save the base sprite, whatever you want in Discord or in Doc or whatever, and then after you're done, you of course go to scripts and click on repack assets. Go to the import gmail.csx, get the coding you are prepared with, and then import it to the Undertale mod tool. And of course, if you want to edit manually, go ahead. If you want to add it automatically, but you're sure that the codes work, go ahead. Then add the objects and all of that. Yeah, the object here, and at this part, the object. Can see here that parent option is set to PRT enemy. Yes, that's for the enemy. It's simple. If you are adding an enemy, it will be an enemy. And the events are set in here. The alarm is of course for the skins, and step is for the behavior. Recreate, as I guess it's to make it work. Create is for the functions for the step events. Yeah, like direction here set to -1. I guess that's for right, left view. And the contact damage here is set to 3. Health point starts at 1. That means its health set to 1. Reflect projectiles is that set to 0. That means it cannot reflect any projectiles. Reflect projectiles from the right or from the left side. That of course is self-explanatory, and they are set to 0. And the color is set to 0 just to enable adding the colors, and of course that goes along with the alarm 0 equal 1. And all of the other ones are experimental. Like, you can experiment with these to know which one does what. Let's see how these are set in actions. Alright, I'm here in the game, and let's see how they work. It works just fine. Yeah, with a different color too. Now before I leave for the enemy section, I have still something that is a little neat to do. Now I'm back again. If you type BRT and choose the mid boss one and add it in here, it will turn this into a mid boss. Let's see how that works. Alright, since mid bosses could block the boss doors, let's test how the flea enemy could block it. Yep, we can go through the boss door, but if we kill this thing, we can. Just simply by swapping the PRT from any enemy and make it a mid boss, you can simply make it a mid boss and then increase the HP of it and the damage value of it if you want to. It's that simple. I hope I benefited you all with that information, but now let's get into adding decorations. Alright, for decorations, firstly I would recommend you all to type blade in here, go to code, go to the object blade step event code, and here you'll normally see this at obj nothing here. That was not originally obj nothing, it was obj solid. Solid as in making the blades like the wily blades and all of these to be solid. I would recommend you all to make it nothing so you can go through it, and like that the decorations would make an effect. I guess you can add an object as you want, but I don't think it would work either way, but still at the same time making the blades to be not solid would be still good. Like, why they are solid in the first place? But well, just make sure they are set to nothing, not instead of being obj solid, it will be obj nothing for both. And then let's see the decors that I want. Alright, so here that's a Courtney stereo, stereo for stereo 1 and stereo 2. One being actually like a real stereo, being like it's gray and all of that, and one that is actually colored with her original colors. So now you do the usual, you save the sprite number, you do the alignments, and make sure to perfectly make the origins like when you add first the decorations that you want. Make sure to play a lot with the origin and make sure that they quite fit, because with the collusion and all of that it gets way messy. And well, as you can see here, the Courtney sprite is around 64 by 62, which is around 64 by 64 collusion box. So I added for here the MS key 64 by 64, yeah, that one, which I added in the init tiles category. Once you are finished with all of the sprites importing and all of that, you go to init tiles category. Of course you add 2 more options, wait, this one, yeah, then I will not add a new category for that, as a special category is already good for that. Right, I already added a stereo as a joke, but well, let's copy the contents from that joke stereo to the Courtney one. Alright, first start from sprite until the blade max. Now we add a new copy of that and just replace the original sprite of the code to the one you're actually adding. The Courtney sprite was around wait, yeah, 5,199. Right, that's the main one. And option blade is the second one here, the first one here, I mean. The option blade 0 here, make it also 5199, and this of course will be 1,200. And the blade in here, it was also the same mask. The other stereo here, the magic dump, was also the around 64 by 64, so it will be the same mask. Sorry, I kinda messed up. This will not be in 164 65, it will be 64, since I won't add the other stereo color, the colored one, as a new object. It will be just a skin, so no need to add it, to add two options for that. Just make it one. Anyways, once you're done, kind of forgot about the option. Wait, yeah, 864. So you're done, just replace those. 864. Once you're done, make sure to like when you first add a decoration option, take it from the right plate, for example. So for I would recommend you to add two options, two skin options, no matter what it will be. Like if you would just make a decor and have an alternative color skin for it, then go ahead. If you want just like I want just the Courtney sprite or stereo to be only the gray one, so just make it like this. Just make sure you add an option so it doesn't give errors. Anyways, Courtney stereo, special decoration for me this time. Yeah, for the other of the mod. Yeah, that's for me, don't ask. Anyways, once you're done, just go to the decor category, or the special category in that case, which is 14, and just add it. Yep. Wait. Yeah, copy this, add it in here, cut this, and then replace it with this. Now it's done. And I already added thumbnail, which is also in the cat tiles icons. Oh wait, I messed up something. This square bracket should be in here. Yep, now it's all good to go. Alright, let's see. As you can see here, the Courtney stereo special decoration for author of the mod. Yeah. The hitboxes are collusion, and the sizes are very good. And yeah, don't worry about the options that is above here. The sprite actually appears in the icon depending on the sprite the sprite itself. Like I bet it just took the like, you see the gap in here. Wait, you see the gap in here? Yeah, I bet the icon took just that gap, or that gap, yeah, does that matter? Yeah, but in reality, if you would add any decoration, it would just take the base sprite or maybe any part of the sprite and add it to the option above. But again, that depends on the style, on the sprite itself. And yeah, two color options. And as you can see, she's not solid. You can go through her stereo and all is working. Alright, one last thing before we end up with today's lesson or tutorial. Go to global and check global control alarm tree. What you are basically doing is just switching the servers of the servers that MegaMaker provide won't be healthy for mods. Like, mods could break some aspects of the game's server. Like, if you, for example, say you made a mod and it adds stuff and it changes a lot of stuff, and then you made it compatible with the vanilla version. But like, if not all people have this mod, either when they load up the level, when they load up the level, the game will crash. That's the first, and they can't see what's in the level, or even if you change some aspects to already existed enemies or assets, it may not make the level compatible or like completed, like you can complete it or anything. Anyways, for the mod server test here, you go to global control alarm tree and you see global server here. Yeah, global.server. Yeah, with that link, the API.MegaMan Maker one. Alright, if I went to my First Impact one and went to global, then went to the to alarm tree again, and then I went here and checked the global server. You'll see now that it is instead of being an API, it's mods.megamanmaker.com. Yeah, that's the server that Goldstone provided. Alright, we can now copy this and just pass it in here. Wait, I took the global part and I forgot the G. Alright, now it's ready. Alright, I'm back again, and when you are done, first time when you save it, it will ask you about logging in, or like if you are new to the server, to the modded server, and you didn't make an account there yet, you'll be asked for logging in, or you could just make a new account. For me, I would say make a new account and just reserve the email and the password and the name of the modded server, and make also like save the modded server one and save the vanilla one, the account as a whole. And when you log in and all of that, when you go online and check the levels, you can see that this seems to be like just normal level. Yeah, but like when you scroll like go to next few pages of the newest category, you'll see that there are just 31 levels in total. That's because these are just the amount of levels for the modded server, and for the vanilla MegaMaker there are like probably like almost 10,000, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, when you switch from API to mods in the global control alarm tree, you'll be on the modded server for your mod. Yeah, that's important. That's very important, because like that you'll not cause any issues, and like that you'll make everyone comfortable. Alright, so because that was the final thing to showcase, I guess that will wrap it up with the video. Hopefully when the Undertale mod tool gets updated, it will allow us to add more bosses, and hopefully it will be fully compatible with the new GameMaker Studio version. Until that, I'll see you guys soon. See ya.